My name is Fiona Clark, and it's really good to be here with you again. Today, I'll be guiding an exercise called progressive muscle relaxation. And in this exercise, we progressively tense and hold and then release different muscles in the body. And we synchronize this with the breathing. And when we practice this, we start to become more aware of tension, feelings of tension in our body, and then can cue this kind of relaxation response. That's really useful in daily life as we go about and we notice our shoulders are tight, maybe, or our stomach is clenched. And we all do carry tension in different parts of our body. I don't know where it is for you. Is it your jaw or your shoulders or stomach? I tend to feel tension in my tummy. Or sometimes it can feel like our whole body has adopted the brace position. That feeling we get when we're sitting on the dentist chair, where we're sort of bracing and ready for something that's going to happen soon that we don't really want to happen. And then we can, sometimes we notice this tension in our body, and sometimes we don't. It can be quite unconscious. And of course, this ability to tense up and prepare in this way has a purpose. It helps us to get ready for a very real threat. But often in our lives, the threat isn't either real or maybe it's just not present in this moment. The threat is part of our worrying mind. And then we can get stuck in this kind of threat response where our whole body is tight, and it just becomes how we are and how we navigate through life. But it has very real and damaging consequences for our body and mind. So, as I've said, in progressive muscle relaxation, we tense muscle groups and we notice how that feels. And we hold it for a few seconds, as long as is comfortable for you. And then we release. So the tension's on the in-breath and the release is on the out-breath. And the tension is deliberate and firm. We can feel the squeeze, but it's not painful or a big strain on our bodies. And if we notice either of these, then we can back off and relax a bit and even skip that muscle group if it feels too tight in that part of our body or too tender. So please, listening to the signals of your own body and letting that override anything I guide you to do. And also please synchronizing with your own breath. So if I'm rabbiting on too much while you're holding your breath, please release it if you need to, and not waiting for me to say to breathe out. So let's start then. You could either be sitting as I am. I'm on a cushion, but you can be on a chair or you can be lying on the floor, whatever you'd like to do at this time. And you can have your eyes open and gazing gently downwards, or you can close your eyes and relax. So take a few moments to get comfortable, whatever position you've chosen. And starting to become aware of our whole body, sitting or lying here. Feeling the weight of the body pressing down on the floor or the chair. Noticing how the body feels. Any sensations of contact and touch. Noticing how the mind is. Is it busy and chattery today? Or maybe sluggish and tired? Simply noticing how we are as best we can without judging it. And how about our mood today? How are we feeling? And however we are, it's fine just as we are. And we'll take 3 generous breaths now. Long, slow in-breaths and deep and slow out-breaths. This deep and slow breathing helps to calm the nervous system. And now we'll enter into the tensing and releasing practice, the progressive muscle relaxation. And we'll start this sequence with tensing and releasing the arms. So on the next in-breath, clenching the hands and making the whole of both arms tense, noticing how it feels as we squeeze all the way from our fingertips up to our armpits. And then on the out-breath, releasing and letting go. And noticing how both arms feel. And resting for an in and out breath. And now the neck and shoulders. Again, as we breathe in, we tense and squeeze and tighten the shoulders up towards the ears and holding without hurting ourselves, noticing sensations and then releasing and letting go, letting the shoulders relax down and noticing how that feels. And resting again. And bringing your attention now to the head and face. So I'm going to ask you to scrunch and squeeze up all the muscles in your face. And notice how we feel as we do this. So on the in-breath, scrunching up all the facial muscles, closing the eyes tight, wrinkling the nose and forehead, clenching the jaw, holding and breathing out, softening, releasing and letting go. Noticing how the face feels. And resting for one whole in and out breath. And of course our minds will wander as we do this. All our minds do. And whenever we notice, we gently invite the mind back to focusing on sensations in the body. And now shifting to the chest and upper back. As we breathe in, we fill up the lungs completely and hold that tension in the upper chest and back, noticing how it feels and releasing and letting go as we breathe out and resting. Next to the stomach. At the end of the next out breath, pulling the stomach back towards the spine and holding, squeezing all the stomach and lower back muscles, and then softening the belly, releasing and letting go on the out breath, and noticing how that feels, and resting for a breath. Next, the hips and buttocks and lower back. As we breathe in, we squeeze all of these and hold them tight, noticing how that feels. And then as we breathe out, softening, releasing and letting go. Noticing this difference between the tension and relaxation. And moving down now into the legs and feet. As we breathe in, tensing, tightening and squeezing the legs, flexing the toes and the feet, and holding, and then releasing and letting go, letting the legs be limp and relaxed. And now one last time we'll tense and tighten up our whole body all at once. So as we breathe in, squeezing and holding the hands, the arms, the neck, the shoulders, the face, the chest and abdomen, the buttocks, legs and feet, and holding, breathing out, softening and releasing, and letting go of any last bits of tension. And noticing how we feel now. Resting for a few moments. And if we can, inviting the body to release and let go more deeply with each out breath. Then starting to gently move the body, maybe moving the head from side to side, maybe wriggling the fingers and toes, rolling the shoulders, and opening your eyes if they were closed, taking in the sights in the room around you and the sounds in the environment. And as you go through your day, if you notice that any part of your body is tense or tight, you could give it another little squeeze like we did just now and invite it to relax with the out breath. Thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to know more about Mind with Heart's work, please visit our website, mindwithheart.org, and do join our email list you can find out about more practices that we offer live on Zoom and on Instagram and this Facebook Live practice. Have a lovely week. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.